CompTIA Project Plus PK0-005 Practice Exam. Questions 161 through 165. This video is part of our practice exam video series and is filled with questions that closely resemble the real exam. So are you prepared to test your knowledge? Great. Let's begin. Question 161. A project team is analyzing test results from two different stages of a manufacturing process. They plot data points on a chart to observe whether increases in one variable correspond with increases or decreases in the other. Which of the following tools are they using? The answer is B. Scatter diagram. A scatter diagram is an analysis tool used to visually identify relationships between two variables. By plotting data points on a horizontal and vertical axis, teams can detect patterns, such as correlation or lack thereof, between inputs and outputs. In this case, plotting results from two process stages helps the team determine if one variable may be influencing the other, which can guide quality improvement decisions. Question 162. Which of the following contract types typically carries the highest level of financial risk for the buyer? The answer is B. Cost plus. In a cost-plus contract, the buyer agrees to pay for all project costs plus an additional fee or percentage as profit for the seller. This structure creates greater risk for the buyer because final costs are uncertain and can grow beyond the initial estimate, especially if the scope or complexity increases. In contrast, fixed-price contracts limit buyer risk by locking in total cost, while time and material and unit price models provide more visibility into cost drivers. Question 163. A project manager is working with a vendor to deliver a service for a clearly defined scope with firm deadlines. The vendor agrees to complete the work for a set amount, regardless of actual costs incurred. Which type of contract is the project manager using? The answer is D. Fixed price? A fixed-price contract specifies a set amount the buyer will pay the vendor to complete the agreed-upon work. This model is most appropriate when the scope and deliverables are well-defined, and it minimizes cost risk for the buyer. The vendor assumes the risk of cost overruns but benefits from clear expectations and payment terms. Question 164. A construction project involves purchasing materials in varying quantities throughout the duration of the job. The vendor provides a set cost per item, and the total contract value depends on how much is actually used. Which type of contract is being used? The answer is D. Unit price. A unit price contract sets a predefined cost per unit, such as per item or per hour, and the total cost is based on actual quantities used. This is ideal when quantities may vary, but pricing per unit is stable and agreed in advance. It offers flexibility for both the buyer and seller while keeping pricing transparent for each unit of work or material delivered. Question 165. While working on a project involving sensitive customer information, the project manager ensures that all data is labeled, stored, and accessed according to its level of confidentiality. Which of the following concepts does this action best represent? The answer is A. Data security. Data security is the practice of protecting information throughout its life cycle by applying safeguards based on its sensitivity. A key part of this process is data classification, which involves labeling data, for example, public, internal, confidential, or restricted, so it can be protected appropriately. This helps project teams apply the right access controls, encryption, and storage methods to reduce the risk of unauthorized access or data breaches. So did any of these questions give you a tough time? Don't worry if they did. It's all part of the learning process. Luckily, Certification Cynergy has a wealth of free video content at your disposal. To stay connected with our latest IT learning resources, just give a quick click on the subscribe button. This simple action ensures you are always updated about our newest video releases. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more great content.